Vince, how are you?
Doing great, man. Doing real good. Happy to be finishing out camp strong.
16 days out. How are you feeling?
Great, man. A lot better than where the camp started, that's for sure. Like, right at the beginning of camp, I ended up rolling my ankle on the same foot that I had the Achilles surgery. So, yeah, I was starting to have anxiety. But, no, everything's been shaping up real nice, and I'm fired up, ready to go.
I mean, talk to me. Like, were you frightened when you rolled your ankle and you're like, that's the
just
same,
angry. Yeah,
the same goddamn.
I was halfway frightened because when I rolled my ankle, I was in wrestling class, and somebody tried a standing scissor sweep, which you don't do in wrestling because we were wearing shoes, and foot rolled over itself and sounded like a bag of popcorn just getting. Yeah, I was like, no way. And then thankfully I had like a year of practice on limping, so I knew how to handle it. But I had to take had to have a slow start to camp.
But it's feeling good now?
Yeah, real good now. Yeah, good as new, dude. I'm super happy. I couldn't be happier with where we're at right now in camp. So.
Let's talk about Draco, man. Your fight with Draco at UFC 265. First, how did it feel to be back fighting?
Felt good. I was really expecting dude to sit there and fight with me a little more. That's one reason I was kind of excited about that fight, because everything I'd watched on tape, he was a dog. I'm like, cool, we're gonna let's fight. I couldn't really get him to sit there in front of me, but to be able to throw a hard punch and not feel bad about a training partner or something, it felt great, man. It was refreshing to be back. It was good to get a win. Of course, I'm not satisfied, so here we are again. I'm ready to go again. I want to keep fighting.
I mean, how relieved were you to get that win? Because your job was on the line,
right?
Draco got released after that fight. You know what I'm saying? So how relieved were you?
Extremely. I think you can see it in my face when they were reading the scorecards, and I was reading them with them, and I was like, oh, that one's me. That one's me. Like, just as they were saying the scorecards, I was like, okay, cool, I got it. And then the ref raises my hands. I'm like, oh, I just felt a giant weight off my shoulder because, man, nobody wants to get released. But I knew our jobs were on the line, and I was willing to go to war for it. That's why I walked out to the song I chose was "I Declare War," and that was the mindset going in there. And as soon as they said my name, I just giant relief. I'm like, cool, okay, now we can relax a little bit. I can have a little more fun the next fight, and just keep improving.
How did you feel about your performance?
I was all right. Like I was saying, I wanted him to fight a little more. I think I do well in the firefight, which I was expecting from him. And I think I shine in some of those moments, which I didn't get as many of those shining moments. I think I had a good, smart, technical performance, but just wasn't quite as satisfying as well, it never fucking really is. But yeah, I'm ready to get in there again. Thankfully, Louis Smolka's up, and I know he's a dog. So I think he's got like 15 fights in the UFC or something like that. He's a vet. It's gonna be a dogfight. It's good.
How'd you celebrate after your win?
I had a bunch of people actually come to Houston, and a bunch of my family and friends, and we went down in the lobby, just grabbed a couple bottles, and just did our thing. Just had a good time, laughed and cried. And it was my sister's birthday that day as well. So I wanted to tell her happy birthday in the interview, and I was so frustrated with the fight and the performance at the time, I completely forgot. So I missed that, but. Thankfully we're all there. We had a great time. But it was nice for all of us to kind of get together and celebrate a victory.
Louis Smolka.
Yeah.
Man, I think when that fight got announced, everyone was like, I mean, this is a fun fight.
Yeah.
It's such a fun fight with two guys that just come forward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we're gonna see. It's gonna be like Beyblades. I think we're gonna see a lot of that, dude. I'm really looking forward to the fight. I know. He's a dog. He likes to get in there and slug it out, and he's dangerous everywhere. He's good everywhere. A lot of how I think about myself. So I think we have a few differences, but I think it's going to make for a fun fight.
When they came to you with that fight, what was your thoughts?
First thing I did was call my cousin Ricky, because Smolka trains over there with Timo Yama and stuff like that, and I felt a little weird about that because I've trained over there at Oyama's as well. That's actually where I tore my Achilles. So I love those guys and everything, so I was a little indifferent about it, but I'm still not in a position to be like, nope, don't want to fight him. Like, whatever. It's business. I think we all know it's business, and regardless, it doesn't matter who it is. We're gonna get out there and we're gonna fight our asses off. So,
how do you like the matchup, and how do you see it going?
I like the matchup a lot because, like I was saying, we're gonna fireworks, right? I think he's a dog. I don't think he's gonna shy away from the fight. And neither will I. I'm trying to be in there unwavering, and we're gonna fight. I think it's fun. I see it going. I think we'll see an early speed advantage for me. I think he's going to try to get me up against the cage. There's going to be some grinding. There's going to be some interesting little battles. There's going to be some attacks on both ends and some odd angles. It's going to, wherever it goes, it's going to be a fight. Whether it's on the ground and one of us is smashing the other, or whether it's on the feet, we're trying to slug it out. I think I think we're just kind of those people. So I love that. I got goosebumps right now. I love that. I'm very excited for it. I don't like to give predictions, but I feel good.
And then so you're finishing out your year with the fight, man. What do you want next year? Do you want to be active again?
Yeah, I'd like to get I wanted 3 fights this year. I got greedy a little bit because I'm like, okay, cool, I can train. Give me 3 fights. I realized with the training we do and stuff, and coming off of an injury, I needed adequate time in between. Looking to stay healthy right after this one, get another fight at the beginning of the year, another one in the middle of the year, another one at the end of the year. I'm trying to stack up all those. I've already got my 2022 goals set out, well, in mind anyways. They're not on my fridge yet, but
What are they?
I'm trying to go undefeated next year. I want to be ranked. I want to be competing with the best guys in the division, and I think it starts right here with a guy who's a vet and been in there for a long time, and just prove myself every step of the way.
Awesome, man. And then finally, there's always this conversation of the best boxers in the UFC, man. And I know that you love boxing. Who are some of your favorite? Who do you think are the best boxers in the UFC right now?
Best boxers. Let's see. That's such an interesting thing. Because I think there's MMA boxing, then there's boxing, right? So who can bring over the best boxing, or who actually is the best boxer but just can't put it together for MMA? It gets a little weird. One person that stands out right now, who I kind of see a lot of myself in, even the way we look, is Adrian Yanez, who fights this weekend. I think he's got some very clean, real effective, fundamental boxing, as far as range, timing, and all that. You can see all that. I think he's a guy. Peter Yan's a guy. Great MMA boxing. I'm only thinking bantamweights, of course. Me.
Daniel Rodriguez?
Daniel Rodriguez got some real sound fundamental. Masvidal, but see, he's got good fundamental boxing. Usman doesn't have good fundamental boxing, but he knows his MMA range, and that's why things like that happen. So it's an interesting little battle. For me, when I'm looking at that, I'm looking at timing, range, and combinations. And yeah, I think Yanez and Yan kind of stand out in that sense.
Awesome, man. Well, tell everybody where to follow you. If you have any sponsors, the floor is yours.
Best place to get me is Instagram or Twitter, both at Vendetta135. I actually like to go a little back and forth, so if anybody wants to talk a little smack, we can have some fun online. And then we got, I actually just started working with Chimera Coffee. You'll start seeing them on my Instagram. I'm super excited about that. They're kind of it seems more athletic-based coffee brand, which is great for me. There's endurance, there's a focus one, there's a cognitive enhancements, all the stuff that we need to be sharp in the gym. I just started working with them. Sanibel's got me sending some stuff. I got a lot of people, a lot of support going into this fight from all over. My management's taking great care of me. That's Iridium, Team Darkside. I'm ready to go, dude. December 4th. It's 2 weeks away. 16 days. Calm down. I'm calm.
Let's go.
Yeah.